Hello, 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 and welcome. My name is Leslie Zwick, and I am a holistic performance coach. And I am here today to talk to you about one of my most favorite tools that I use with clients all the time, and that is the AoScan technology. So I'm going to share my screen in just a minute and show you a few of my favorite pieces. I'm going to break this down into a series of videos because if I go through all of them all at one time, well, I'm going to overwhelm you. So today I'm going to talk about the Inner Voice, and I'm going to talk about the MindSync. Those are the top two things that I use with clients every single day. In other videos, I'm going to be talking about some of the other features and other things that we can do. Some of them are the supplements and therapies, the quick scan, the vital scans, the body system scans. There's all kinds of cool things that you're going to see when I share my screen. But today we're going to focus on the Inner Voice and the MindSync, those two pieces. So I'm going to share my screen really quickly with you and take you through exactly what they look like. If you've never experienced an AoScan scan or an Inner Voice scan and you would like one, comment below for Inner Voice and I will get you a free Inner Voice scan so that you can check it out and see what it's all about. But we're going to dive in so I can show you right now what that looks like. So I'm going to share my screen and pull up the AoScan right now. Okay, so you are looking at what the AoScan looks like. And it is, here's the software when you come in. So if you were to get the software yourself, this is exactly what it would look like for you. This is something that anyone can get. And this software, before I go too much into it, actually, I'm going to stop my share for a second. Before I go too much into it, this software is an amazing piece of software. It can be run on any Wi-Fi device. It can be run on your phone. It can be run on an iPad or a tablet. It can be run on a laptop computer, regular computer. I'm showing it to you on my computer. I happen to use it on my phone most of the time because it's a mobile device and I can do it anywhere that I'm at. I can help myself, help my family, help my clients from anywhere with this awesome device. This system actually started as a very expensive, close to $40,000 machine in wellness centers around the world. And now it has been brought down to something that we can use in our hands, and the capabilities are actually a lot more than what was in that very expensive software. So we actually have it all right now in the palm of our hands. And so I'm going to show you exactly how it is. Now that I gave you that little brief overview, I'm going to share my screen again and take you in. So when you have the software, it is going to look like this. And these are all the different components, the different categories of scans and different things that you can do. If you could become brand new into AoScan, if you decide you want to try it out and use it yourself, you will have access to all of this except for the homeoenergetics and the dental TMJ. Those take higher level training in order to open up those two categories. But if you're just starting out on this, you're not going to need it. Those are really more for people who are doing this as a business and as a practitioner. So if you are a practitioner, it's going to be something you're going to want to discuss with me about how to get those open and what training you need to get those open. But today we're going to focus, like I said, on my two top favorite pieces that everyone should use. I believe everyone should be using these every single day. The first one is Inner Voice. What is Inner Voice? Inner Voice is the component that uses your voice. You speak into it. It scans your body using a 10-second voice clip from you, and it scans between 8,000 and 10,000 different frequencies across 12 notes of your body. So I'm going to show you really quickly the report that comes up, and then I can take you through how this works. So when you do it, it's going to look like this, and your report is going to come up. And this was done this morning at 7:30 a.m. And here I have, this information is generic information that explains to you how the Inner Voice works. So when you get a report, you'll be able to see all this. When it comes in, it gives you 4 notes. I'll show you at the back at the top. It gives you 4 notes. These 4 here, A, C, A sharp, C, A, and F. Those are the 4 notes that are most out of balance in my body, or were most out of balance in my body at 7:30 this morning. And these, the E, the F sharp, the D sharp, and the B, are the balancing, the notes that balance those things out, that bring it back into homeostasis. So what we're doing, or what the AoScan is doing, is it is finding where you are most out of balance. These first three are where you're most out of balance over the top. This last one is the things, the emotions, the different pieces are out of balance that you're suppressing. So it's bringing this back. The goal is bringing it from here to here, back to homeostasis, back to center. Okay. So when we look at the report, and I'm not going to dive too much into the report right now, this is something that if you got on a session with me, we'd go through what your report actually means. But one of the things that I want to point out, it pulls those emotions that are most tied to it, and it pulls out some imbalances and suggestions. And each category has those emotions and imbalances and suggestions. And it also has potential causes and vitals in each category, emotions, imbalances, and suggestions, right? So it gives all of those, and then we can figure out where to go with them. If you never look at your report, no big deal. By running the scan, it already starts to bring you back into balance. It scans and optimizes you. And then the next piece that what it does is when you actually listen to these, and they are binaural, so you want to listen to them with headphones on so that you've got it in both ears, and you're going to listen to them. And you can listen to them for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or continuous. I tell people to start with 10 minutes. If you have it, if you only have 5 minutes, go with 5 minutes. I love to flip on continuous and listen to them while I'm doing other things. You don't have to sit zen with them, though you absolutely can. I listen to them while I go for a walk. I listen to them when I go and do the dishes, all kinds of things. But if I click pulse cycle, you can now hear that it's starting to play. Hopefully you can hear this. I did not share with, actually, let me double check how I shared this. Share my screen. And I want to make sure that I am sharing the sound so you can now hear it, because you may not have been able to hear it before. Okay, so where is my shared my screen? Okay. So now when I play it, you should be able to hear it. And I can change the music. If I want to change it, let's say I want to do the calming music. So you can hear the music is different. You can adjust the sound, how loud the music is, how loud the frequencies are, or how high the frequencies are. You don't want to, when you do it, you don't want to turn the frequencies all the way down, because the frequencies are actually where the magic is. So listening to these inner voice tones brings those things that are out of balance back into balance. And oftentimes we feel more relaxed. If there's any anxiety, that goes down, that settles itself. If we struggle with sleep, a lot of times it helps balance that out. People feel all different things, from emotional shifts even to up through physical shifts, because it helps our bodies heal. So that's the inner voice. I love recommending to people to run your inner voice tones every morning and listen to them minimum of 1 time a day, but 2 to 3 times a day if you can fit it in. Is fantastic. It's really amazing what it does for your body, and allowing yourself to notice the shifts. Different people notice different shifts. My daughter notices that it brings her anxiety from here all the way down. People notice that they are less reactive to things that may push buttons in them when they're consistent using their inner voice tones. So this is that's my first number one thing. If anybody asks, what do I use in the AoScan? I want to do one thing daily. The inner voice is where I tell them to do the one thing daily. It takes literally 60 seconds to run an inner voice scan. And I'm going to show you, I'll show you exactly how to run it really quickly. We're just going to run mine real fast. So if I were to go back here, okay, if I click on inner voice, and I click right here. So if I click the microphone and the heart, that's going to give me the report. If I just do the microphone, that's going to give me just the tones. So if you don't care about ever looking at your report, you can just hit those tones. The fun thing about the report is that when we start to look at it, I can go through with somebody in their report and find out where there are some physical imbalances going on. This is not a diagnostic tool. That is one thing that I want to tell you. It is for information. It is not diagnostic. We can look at it. We gather the information. And then if you think that there's something wrong, we want you to go to your doctor and have it scoped out in a different level. But we're going to run this really quickly. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So I hit the microphone and the heart, and it's counting me down. And I'm going to start it with, I am Leslie Zwick. And then I can say anything that I want to say right now. I just need to keep talking for the 10 seconds and fill it in. You can say the alphabet, you can count, you can sing, you can do whatever you want. What you're saying doesn't matter. Now it's going to go for 54 seconds. It is going to be scanning my body. This is taking what I said during that 10-second countdown, and it's analyzing all of that and throwing that all into however it does it. It takes it through the database, it takes it through a variety of things, and then it's going to come up with my new report. So we're about halfway there, almost halfway there, and it's going to keep scanning. And then as this scans, you can be wearing headphones. So they have bone conducting headphones that normally when I run this, I would normally put my bone conducting headphones onto it. But because I'm doing it right here, right now, I did not connect with my computer. I did not connect my bone conducting headphones. It will work without them, but it's really powerful when you have them. So now you see my new notes. Out of balance, F sharp, G, A sharp, and E, and my new balancing harmonic, C, C sharp, E, and A sharp. So if I click on my report, I have a brand new report here, right? 5:40 p.m. today. And it's going to show, again, here it's going to come through and show the same thing. And what I look at, if I'm looking at the reports, or if I'm looking at a client's reports, is I look for trends, and I also look for trends across the different categories, but I also look for trends over the course of several different scans, because sometimes things pop up and it's just an energy that's out of balance, and we put it back into balance and it goes away. Sometimes it sticks around, and that's when we have a signal of, oh, I need to make some changes in my life. Now I'm going to show you my next favorite section, and that is the AO MindSync. If you have ever used affirmations and felt like they weren't working for you, I'm going to give you a secret. Here's why. A lot of the things when we use affirmations, we say things. We say all kinds of great things to ourselves. And then what happens? Our brain says, we say it and we're hearing ourselves say it, but there are energetic pieces inside our body that just doesn't believe it. No, I don't know if you've ever said an affirmation and felt yourself like shaking your head. No, I have this a lot with clients where I'll give them an affirmation and they'll repeat after me and I see them do this. They don't believe it. It's coming out of their mouth, but somewhere inside of their body, there's an old energy trap that doesn't believe that affirmation. If you believe that affirmation fully, you would already be creating it in your life. I can tell you that, right? If I say, I am the healthiest version of myself and I don't believe it, my head's going to do this and I'm not even going to realize it. And I'll catch myself. And but a lot of times we don't catch ourselves. A lot of times get stuck in that piece. Now, what the AO MindSync does is the AO MindSync takes us past that. So the AO MindSync, when we play back the MindSync, it puts it binaural and it skips over this and it goes to the center part of our brain that beats through that so that our body can clear out anything that's trapped and it can begin to believe it. So there's a lot of different ways you can use this AO MindSync, which is I love. So they have already built in here different series of affirmations. I am affirmations, health affirmations, prosperity affirmations, memory affirmations, morning affirmations, evening affirmations, positive affirmations, and affirmations for self-confidence. You do not have to use these. You can. Okay. So you may say, you know what? I know that today I need to use I want to use the affirmations for self-confidence and hit it and go and use these. You could, to do this, you would click record custom affirmations, and I'm going to show you this in a second, and it's going to start scrolling their list of affirmations that for self-confidence that are already built into the system. And you just literally read them and it's going to record it for you. Or, so you can pick any of these, or you can have your own list of affirmations. You can write up your own affirmations and you can click either custom 60. This is going to give you 60 seconds. If you want to talk longer than 60 seconds, I recommend hitting health affirmations because it gives you the longest block of time. And instead of reading off what's scrolling, you say whatever affirmations you want. The cool thing is maybe you don't know what affirmations your body needs today. Maybe you're just like, I don't know. I just want whatever it is that my body needs. Then you can scan yourself. And this is going to tell you which affirmation your body actually needs. I need some positive affirmations right now. That's what is resonating with my body. So we're going to record some of those really quickly, and I'm going to show you how this works. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to click record custom affirmations. When I do this, it's going to pop up and it's going to start scrolling affirmations that I am going to read off and it's going to record. So I'm going to start this. I allow myself to make mistakes as they help me grow. I trust that I'm heading in the right direction. I believe in myself. I accomplish hard things. I trust myself to make the right decisions. I take care of myself, mind, body, and spirit. I have everything I need to achieve my goals. Okay, so I stopped it there. I could have kept going. I could have added in my own things with it, but that's just how it shows you. So that was 27 seconds of recording. Right now, now I can choose which sound I want. Look at all the different sounds I can put behind it. So I know that I happen to like actually they've updated these. I happen to like the ambient evening. So I'm going to click there and I'm going to press play. And it's going to start playing it. I allow myself to make mistakes as they help me grow. I trust that I'm heading in the right direction. I can change the music. I believe in myself. I accomplish hard things. I can change the music until I find one that I like. I trust myself to make the right decisions. I take care of myself, mind, body, and spirit. I have everything I need to achieve my goals. You can adjust. I allow myself to make mistakes and how low you grow. I trust that I'm heading. Once you get it exactly how you like it, and if you don't like the hertz sound, so you heard it was not crazy clear. First of all, the high hertz, if you can tolerate it and listen to it, and it doesn't bother you, you want to keep it on that because that gets into the center of your brain the fastest. But you can adjust the hertz so that it's to your liking. Even if it doesn't sound clear, even if it sounds a little garbled, your brain understands it. So the way our brains work, it totally understands, and it's a frequency and an energy. So once you get it to exactly how you like it, click right up here, this little envelope, and email it to yourself. And then you're going to get an MP3 file emailed to you that you can then download and play all you want. Once I back out of here, it will not retain what I recorded. If you don't like it, you can always clear it out and re-record. And you have these affirmations to use as often as you want. So here is my pattern for the day. Here is how I use Inner Voice and the affirmations. So every morning I wake up and I run my inner voice tones first thing in the morning, and I listen to my inner voice tones first thing in the morning, and then I listen to my MindSync. So sometimes I listen to my MindSync right when I get up. Sometimes I flip-flop that, but I listen to both of those first thing in the morning to get my body going. During the day, 2 to 3 times throughout the day, assuming that I don't get crazy busy because life gets busy, I listen to my inner voice 2 to 3 times throughout the day, usually morning, midday, and then nighttime before bed. And I try to get in, sometimes I get in the affirmations in the middle of the day again, depending on my day. Sometimes not again till night. But what I do is at night, I run new affirmations. So I create new affirmations before bedtime. I create the new ones, I listen to them at night before I go to bed, and then I listen to those same ones first thing in the morning. Sometimes I'll carry them over a second day. I keep them in my Spotify playlist. So I actually have a playlist where I have a whole bunch of them that link together and go from one to the next, to the next, to the next. Sometimes I play all of them. Sometimes I only play the new ones. It really depends on what I need and how I am feeling about the affirmations and how much, when I hear myself say them, am I still nodding no, or am I nodding yes? If I'm nodding yes, my body started to accept these. I have noticed huge shifts around using the same MindSync affirmations over and over and over again. I'm actually doing a test with a group of people around a series of MindSync on weight loss. We have specific affirmations that we are using that I created, or not the ones in the system, that I created around weight loss to help shift our minds so that we can stay on that path to getting healthy and staying healthy. So this was my overview today of Inner Voice and MindSync. Hopefully they were helpful. If you are interested in trying out either Inner Voice or MindSync, throw a comment in the comment sections that says either Inner Voice, MindSync, or both, and I will connect with you to get you some trials on those.